Hi, everyone. Welcome to Heart Centered Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. I have with me today, back on the channel, Cheryl Marlene. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi there. Hello, everyone. Thank you for showing up today.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Sally, Lottie, Viviani. Nice to see you guys here. The notice probably just went out, so we'll wait a little while. You know, more people are going to come in and whatnot. But while we're waiting for that, I wanted to tell you guys that Cheryl is the creator of a wonderful deck of cards or oracle cards, and they're called Gemstone Guardian Healing Messages. Right? So
Yep.
she's going to be using those cards. I have them as well. And
Yay.
yay, yeah. I could use them as well, or I could use oracle cards. Sometimes if we use a different set of cards, it just highlights the message and all that good stuff. But I'm certainly going to have them handy.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
So,
yeah. I mean, I think you should go with what calls you, right? So, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, the way that I'll tell you the way that it's going to work, and then we'll chat a little more with Cheryl. So, what I'd like you to do, what we would like you to do, is post your questions in all caps. Number one, to get my attention. Number two, if you just want a reading, just put in 3 numbers between 1 and 30. Okay, they don't. Can they repeat if someone wants?
Well, actually, nobody's ever done that, but theoretically, yes. If they feel like
they need,
they need to use, number 15 twice, that's not a problem.
Okay, all righty, perfect. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. And while I'm starring some of your questions or some of your requests for a reading, I'm going to ask Cheryl to tell us a little more about your gemstone cards, kind of how they came about. This isn't the only thing that you've got. You're a published author and doing a lot of interesting things. So
thank you.
Go ahead. Tell them all about.
All right. So I work with the Akashic Records. I'm an Akashic Mystic, and I've been doing this for over 25 years. And so generally what I'm doing is working with people, opening their records, teaching people how to open the records, that kind of fun stuff. And I have a very interesting, very unique way of looking at the energy of the records, more from the soul point of view than from the physical body point of view. And so that when I talk about opening the Akashic records of other, I mean not just other people, but all flows of energy, right? Other flows of energy, but yourself. That's what other really means there. And so over the years, I mean, I've opened records for mountains and businesses and sacred sites and all kinds of things other than people. And one of the things that I've worked pretty extensively with is gemstone guardian energy. I'm by no means a gemstone expert, but I have spent a lot of time in the records with the gemstone guardians. So back in February, I published this book. It's called Akashic Records, Gemstone Guardians, and it is healing messages from 30 gemstone guardians via the Akashic Records. So this isn't like a crystal Bible kind of book. It's right, like it's not going to tell you use amethyst to heal and that kind of thing. In other words, what you're getting is the energy directly from the gemstone guardians. So in the Akashic Records, there there's essentially 3 ways to work with gemstones. And so when I say gemstones, I don't just mean, you know, like diamonds and emeralds and things that we think of as the expensive stuff, right? I'm thinking of any kind of stone, crystal, metal that is here consciously on the planet to bring energy to us and for us to be able to interact with that energy, right?
Right.
So, when you're working with gemstone, there's 3 levels in the records that you can work with. One is you can work with, like, say, here's a piece of jasper, and I can open the records of this piece of jasper. I can also open records of all jasper, right? And so, which would be slightly different, right? The records of just jasper is going to be a little lighter sometimes, would be the way I would describe it. All jasper, you're getting all that energy. And then the gemstone guardian of, like, say, jasper, because jasper is one of the ones in the book, is you're getting the soul energy perspective of jasper itself. And it's often, kind of depending on which gemstone guardian you're working with, the energy is usually of a group, a sense of a group, although a lot of times there's also just the sense of one entity. So I worked with the gemstone guardian energy to bring forward the messages. And one of the things that the gemstone guardians started doing, it wasn't even a thing I asked, they just started saying this, is we want to give you a message for humanity. And so each gemstone guardian came through with a message for humanity. They came through with a spirit name. And so what I did, so like this is the example of labradorite. There is the labradorite, and then the spirit name, and then the message for humanity.
Perfect.
And then there's also what I call the Council of the Gemstone Guardians, which is the collective energy of all gemstone guardians. And they suggested the reading that I do, that I'm getting ready to do here, where I draw 3 cards. And the first card is what was, and the second card is what is, and the third card is what will be. And although what I'm finding is that first card, what is, it's almost like it's not, or not what was, it's like the foundation of who you are in this life. So it's not necessarily what is gone past, but it's where you come from, in a sense. So that's the purpose of those 3 numbers. The first one is what was, the second one is what is, and the third one is what will be.
Wonderful. Perfect. Perfect. See, now you guys know. And oh, Viviani changed her number. She'd like, okay. So yeah, you can do that.
I do. I should explain, because most everyone always has this question. I shuffle the deck in between each reading. And so the numbers you give me will be the numbers I draw out of the card deck. So that means that, you know, if someone says 15 and everybody picks 15, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same word. Yeah,
exactly. So, because the cards aren't numbered. It's not like you're looking to find, you know, card number 7. It's the 7th card that comes up after the shuffle. And yeah, it is what it is. Okay. And then I think it was Sonia who had asked about putting up your details. So I wanted to let you guys know, if you go down in the description of the video, okay, and scroll down to the portion that I've got where the upcoming collaborations and whatnot, you'll see Cheryl Marlene's information for today and the time, and also her link to her YouTube. But you also have a website besides YouTube, right?
Yes, I do. And luckily, that's very easy. It's CherylMarlene.com. So
perfect.
If you got my name, just add the .com. And if you are interested, the cards are only available on my website. So if you're interested, just click on shop and you'll find them.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And before we get started, there's something else that you have on your website that people can purchase besides the cards. And I encourage you to get the cards because they really are very helpful.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
One of the things I, in doing all of this, I was talking with a student of mine who makes jewelry. And she and I came up with this incredible idea to create a necklace or a bracelet that has charms from each of the 30. It's all buried in the back of my, I moved, and so everything's buried right now. But anyway, the bracelet, you either get a bracelet and it's silver with what's called a Viking net weave. So it's this really beautiful silver rope, and it has a little piece on it that you can hang the charms from. So each charm has a little clasp on it, and it comes in a beautiful box with all of them labeled. And I send you a picture of all the charms so you don't get them all mixed up. And it's a way that you can work with the energy, right? Like you can, like just put on one charm, or you can decide, oh, today I want, obsidian and petrified wood, whatever, however you're doing that. But it's really, I love that part of it, right? Like, and so that's again on the website.
Perfect. So all you need to know is there. And Sonia says, oh, I feel silly. I already am subscribed, but lots been going on. Hello, Sonia. You are feeling what we're all feeling. And you've been on some other shows over the last couple days. So, there's something's going on. With StreamYard, something's going on with solar flares. Charlene was having a hard time. Oh, Cheryl. You know what? Yeah, one of my best friends is called Charlene, and I've been thinking about her, so I'm going to have to give her a call after we're done. Cheryl was having difficulty getting on, and then kicked her off and whatnot. So there is some funky energy going on, and all we can do is just go with the flow, right? Yep. Don't fight it. Go with the flow.
Yep.
All righty. Excellent. So we are at 10 questions right now. So I think what I'm going to do is pause questions from now until we get through the 10. And then if there's time, we'll open it up again. So just let people know. Questions are paused for now. There we go. And we'll go with the first one. And this is Sonia. And Sonia would like 369.
Oh, I love it. Okay.
Yeah. And I know Sonia's here. There.
Okay. Oh, lovely cards today. All right. So, Sonia, the first card that you got for number 3 is Fluorite, whose message for humanity is actually, it's 2 words, right? Simply live. And, what they're saying to me about this for you is that it shows up for you in what was, because at a certain point in your life, you realized that there was always going to be struggle, and that it's not about getting rid of the struggle as much as it's learning that you have a way to live through it. And that's what the energy of Fluorite is about for you today. The next card is Sugilite, and it shows up for you today in what is because of the connection that Fluorite established for you early in your life. Sugilite, which is the spirit name of Sugilite, is transcendent connection. So it means that you are moving even more so into that strong awareness of who you are and who you can become, and that's the focus of your life, so that what will be comes through the energy of amethyst. And amethyst's spirit name is peace and balance. And when you're able to have that ability to simply live, the clarity that comes through that, and you have that transcendent connection where you're aware of how things are deeper than just, a linear existence, you're able to come into that balance through an integration of who you are physically and spiritually. So that's the direction that you're moving. Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Perfect. Wonderful. And what I got for you, Sonia, was happiness. And this is from the Destiny, Sacred Destiny. So live in the happiness of the moment, right? Be in the moment and be grateful for all the little things that come up. And I love dolphins. They're just very playful creatures. And some of you know the orca is one of my totem animals. So the next card that I got was New Beginnings. And then I got Love. So I'm sensing that someone might be coming into your life that is going to provide a lot of joy and happiness and love in your life. It doesn't have to be, like a sexual partner or anything like that, but it's just someone who's going to bring a lot of joy into your life. So good things ahead.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Good things ahead. Lots to look forward to. So, okay, well, I put those away. We'll go to, and silly, may I have a reading? 11, 17, and 30.
Awesome. So, Sil, I love this. This is amazing. Okay, so the first card for you of what was is granite. And I know granite isn't something that we tend to think of as a gemstone, but its energy for you is all about, well, obviously it's about grounding, but it's also about that ability for your roots to be held in like the loving embrace of the earth and of the universe. And this is what you have spent a lot of your life doing, is solidifying that connection. The energy of granite is also very much about letting go of fear, because it's hard to feel grounded if you're in a lot of fear. And they think that that's something that you've done a lot of work on, but also feel like that's something that you're in the middle of and also moving through. So that what is celestite, celestial walker is the spirit name. And the message is, because fear is about choice, in any moment you can choose balance, peace, and joy. So one of the things to remember, they think about fear for you, is that it's something that turns you away from like the celestial nature of who you are. And by having this energy of celestite around you, like if you've got a few pennies and you don't have a piece of celestite, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but if they think it would really help ground you into the balance of who you are physically and spiritually. And so that what will be is sodalite. And sodalite spirit's name is liminal starlight. And, liminal is is about what happens at the threshold, right? Like if you think of yourself standing on this side of a doorway,
Yeah.
what's, you know, the liminal thing is going through that door. And so a lot of your life has been about like doors slamming in your face. And what you're moving into is this place of awareness about how when a door slams, it's actually not a bad thing because it means another door opens. And I know that that's a little bit of a cliche, that fear is what makes us experience breakdown instead of breakthrough. So sodalite, the energy of sodalite for you is very much about being able to be in that place of breakthrough for yourself. So
Absolutely.
still.
Yeah. Absolutely. And it's funny, my cards kind of mirror that.
Cool.
Yeah, I started off with blessings.
Uh-huh.
So there's lots to be grateful for. And even sometimes when you think that there's nothing to be grateful for, if you stop and even say, I am grateful I have a roof over my head. That's showing gratitude. I'm grateful I was able to eat lunch today. And you will find that if you do that, if you find 3 things every day to be grateful for, you might start off with having to think long and hard about what you're grateful for. And it doesn't take very long before all of a sudden it's like you can spend 10 minutes. Oh, and I'm grateful for this and this and this. And there's joy in that. So enjoy the blessings. There is action. Action is coming in. And yeah, you have to take action to kind of um, get out of your own way. You know, like Cheryl said, when it comes to the growth um, and so on, and particularly the idea of yes, having doors slammed in your face. You know what? You just get up and you say, okay, fine, that one didn't work out. The next one is, and you just go. Change. Change is not a bad thing. Change is an opportunity for growth. Um, I always look forward to change because it's a way to learn more about myself. It's a way to learn more about people around me. So there is change coming for you, silly, and things are going to get better. I know sometimes it's hard to when you're in the middle of things. It's hard to remember that, this too shall pass, but this too shall pass.
Mm-hmm.
There.
Yeah.
So, absolutely. And yeah, she says, yeah, thank you. It was 12 years ago and everything's divine timing. It would be very nice to meet somebody. And I did get a message from him from the other side. Oh, saying over my heart. Yes. Perfect.
Oh, awesome.
Perfect. All righty. Paula. Oh,
All
would
right.
like to read 3, 6, and 12.
All right. 6. All right. So Paula, so what I get for you, the first card is we have Celestite for you. And for you, this is energy about feeling free and open to make choices in your life. Part of it is just knowing that you have that ability to choose, right? That choice always is. In fact, choice is one of those things that always is. It's like balance always is. But sometimes we don't know where the choice is. And so Celestite shows up to remind you of the foundation for you that choice is. Because they feel like there's lots of things that have happened in your life in the past in particular where you don't feel like you had much choice, and reality, that's probably true. But it also doesn't mean that has to be your past. So they offer this as a foundation card to help you move forward. So that what is carnelian. And the spirit name of carnelian is mystery reveals. And it's the idea that, you know, like a lot of what we learn in our life, we're taught to fear the unknown, right? Like partly like it starts with just like stranger danger kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is that what's not known is simply the mystery. And the mystery reveals itself when it's ready. And it does so within the balance of who you are, so that the message of carnelian is about the integration body, mind, heart, and soul. And that's what they think you're in the middle of doing right now for yourself in a really deep and powerful way, is to really recognize, like, say, the wisdom of your body, the wisdom of your heart, the wisdom of your mind, and the wisdom of your soul, and how it all comes together to help you, you know, move through life. So that what will be is opal, heart fire. And love is the fire of free personal expression. When you are balanced body, mind, heart, and soul, you have that fire, right? You recognize your personal power, and instead of letting it hold you back, it's what moves you forward. So that the three of these coming together, celestite, carnelian, and opal, are all about, I mean, part of it is that they're all about the fire of the soul, and how when you look into those deeper parts of yourself, you are able to connect with that fire that helps like illuminate and ignite the mystery of you, the mystery that you are connected to, and how that moves you forward in your life. So,
wonderful.
Thank you.
Paula, that is excellent. And you mentioned freedom and being free, and the card that I got was freedom. So, absolutely. Freedom is really important to you. In that's it's how you learn is through freedom of looking at things maybe from a different angle, thinking about things that kind of go contrary to what others are thinking. But that's part of your mission. You concentrate on the wonders of life, the things that happen, like mysteries that that excite you, that give you something to look forward to and to kind of analyze. And like I said, you learn from that, you grow from that, because ultimately, yeah, what you're achieving is fulfillment. Is you want to be grounded in the space that you're in. You want to be able to speak your truth with conviction. And you want to move forward in joy, in happiness. And you do that by, staying centered, and being true to who you are. So very, very nice, Paula. That was very nice. And I hope that resonated with you. Okay. And I think Starhawk is 12/23/17. If when we're done with this little tranche of readings, if I have missed you, let me know, because I think I may have inadvertently, one of the first ones that came in, I may have inadvertently deleted it. So, all righty. All true. Thank you. Excellent. Hey, Heather. Nice to see you here.
All right. So I've got the cards for Starhawk. A very powerful combination here. The first card for you, is hematite. And So what I get is that for you, hematite is about well, it's about blood. That's what I keep getting is the word blood. But they don't mean blood in like, say, a physical kind of way. They mean blood in the sense of the water that gives life. And it feels like in the past for you, there's been a lot of like holding back that vitality. You know, that it is almost like I get this sense of like the water of you, your blood was stopped in some way that made it feel like you couldn't, you know, almost like you couldn't live. Like it has that sense of trauma a little bit, but it definitely has this sense about like someone telling you that that's how you had to be, right? So, which isn't that, because you're full of the creativeness, the creative juice that you need to live your life. And so it's often that we can take things literal, because like the spirit name of hematite is fluid solid, right? Which, how can that be true? And it's because the nature of things, right? Like it's like within everything solid is something that's fluid, and that fluidity, for example, is the essence of it, right? And so recognizing that there's something deep within you that has been held back and is moving forward, they think that that's going to be the key to that for you. Because what is for you is morganite, which is angelic peace. And
hi, Sonia.
The spirit name or the spirit message of morganite is slow down, pause, find your place of peace. Now you are ready to proceed. So all this struggle that hematite is witnessing for you, morganite is saying you are ready to proceed. So that what you move into is opal, heart fire. Love is the free expression, the fire of free personal expression. So all of this from the past is coming together with what is now to move you into this place where you can express the deepest like fire of your soul, right? Yeah. It's no longer frozen or dry. It's completely fluid and solid at the same time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's a lot of energy there.
There is. And especially when, yes, you think of something being solid and being fluid. How is that possible? Yeah. It's like energy. Everything has energy, right? Mm-hmm. It's just, you know, some things move at such a slow pace that it looks like they're not moving at all, when that's not true. It is moving. So Starhawk, what I got for you, and it kind of, it does mirror what Cheryl just said, was simplicity, focus, and adventures. And so what I got from that was, yes, slow down, take a deep breath, just quietly observe the things around you. When you focus in on doing that, that's when the adventure starts. That's when you are really able to see what is happening and, you know, kind of what's coming up next and whatnot. So yeah, it's like adventure is found in the silence or in the quiet. And that also, it, you know, it kind of, How can you have adventures by being quiet? No, adventures is doing things, but you can't. You can't. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So we'll go on to, okay, that was Starhawk. Okay, I'll tell you, because, yeah, there's some question about what I got and what I didn't get. So let me tell you who I have starred, okay? And you can let me know if I missed you. But Sally, you're next. Then I've got Ivana, Lady Silver, Rossi's Den, Viviani, and Lottie B. Lottie B, I missed you, but I found you and I put the question back. So just be patient. Okay. So, Sal rods.
2, 3,
yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Toxic family member. Perfect. Wonderful, Starhawk. Wonderful. Yeah, you're going to be flying.
Okay. All right. So, Salrod, the first card I get for you for what was is fluorite, which I guess this third or fourth time it's shown up. So when that happens, partly what tells me is just that this is an energy for that's hot, that's up today, right? Like this is something that is really important for people. And for you, fluorite is about learning about not judging yourself for not having clarity about the past. It's not that you can't have clarity. It's that when there's some judgment there, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that stupid thing. It gets in your way of being able to have some clarity, right? So, fluorite really will help you let go of that judgment. That's here for you for today. And it moves you into the place of amethyst, peace and balance. And, I mean, I know from my own personal problems with self-judgment, but the records are saying that the clarity that comes is more important than whether or not you are perfect, right? And perfection is one of the main things that keeps us in that place where we don't realize that even though it's not exactly the way we thought it should be, we actually are in balance with the deepest parts of who we are. So that as you move forward, you move into Citron, soul light, and it's definitely like the light at the end of the tunnel for you. And it's something that when you let go of the judgment, when you let go of like that need for perfection, that you're able to really connect and feel that light within you shine forward. And they think that's the direction that you're headed. So.
Yep. I was thinking as I was looking at the cards that I pulled and what you were saying about the judgment. And yeah, absolutely. There is nothing wrong with us going back and reviewing things that we have done and seeing ways that we might have either acted differently, reacted differently, made a different choice, and so on. Yeah. When we do that, it's always a good idea to do it from the perspective of the observer, where you're just looking in, you're not attaching any emotion to it, so that you can take the lesson of what was there without having to feel like you need to punish yourself because you made a wrong choice, or that someone in your life or the world is trying to punish you because you made a wrong decision. That's not the case. Everything that we come up against is an opportunity to learn and review. Just do it from the perspective of the observer. Okay. So what I got was take flight. And I think you've might have gotten this before, is you're ready. You know, you're ready to fly. You just have to um, you have to let go of the fear. Um, and of course, fear is, F everything and run, failure expected um, and achieved, or yeah, what is it? Hold on. Failure expected and received. Frantic efforts to avoid reality. Those are, all, yeah, fears that we don't need to pay attention to. So next thing I got was right, as in, um, if you if things come up and they don't make sense to you a little bit, write it down. Write the situation down from the perspective of the way that you remember it, and then leave it for a day or two. Then come back to it and go, wait a minute. When you read it, especially if you read it out loud, you can see the areas and hear the areas where maybe it's like, why did I say I felt that way? That's not how I felt. I felt something different. So, and your prayers are being heard. Okay, when you're talking to spirit, when you're asking for spirit to come in to help, they definitely listen, and they are. Sometimes, the old saying about the answer is, not now. The answer will come in perfect timing when everything is aligned to work out for your highest good. So, okay, start. Righty. And we have Ivana Intuitive. She would like a reading. 2, 8, and 28.
All right, Ivana, here we go.
You're welcome, Salma. Oh my goodness.
All right. Wow. Interesting. Okay, Ivana. The first card I pull for you is hematite. And the reason why this card shows up for you right now is not so much about what was, is because there's energy around you that is very, God, it feels like, I hate to say it, but it feels stagnant. And what they're saying about hematite is that the energy of it would be really good to help you let go of that, like the stasis, the stuck in the mud kind of feeling. Because its messages resist or receive, your choice, right? So a lot of times when we're stuck, it's because there's, for some reason, we can't receive, and so we're sort of more stuck in resist. And so in some respects, it doesn't matter what you choose, it's just to choose. So like I see you, like with a piece of hematite, kind of thinking over this over the next, I don't know, couple of days. Because the reality of your life is that you are angelic peace, Morganite. That peace, that calm, that's a part of, that is who you are. It's something that in some points in your life has been like hard won, but right now that's really where you're at. So that if you get unstuck, you're ready to go. Right? Like you got it all there. Yes. It's just like telling yourself that, like whatever it is that you think you need to be doing, it's actually something that isn't going to actually hold you back. You just need to go ahead and go. Because carnelian, the energy here isn't, I mean, it's about what is, but it's also about, and what will be, but it's very much about the mystery is being revealed. And it's more, it's almost, it feels like it's just that slight nuance, right? Like you turn your head from the left to the right, and that's it. That's what unsticks you. It's what reveals it. And you go, oh, that's it. And you have that aha moment that it feels like you've been looking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And oddly enough, my first card out was commitment. So it's like, you know what? Just make a decision and go that way. The beauty of making decisions is we can always change our mind, right? So just make a decision, take that step forward. And then I got feline energy, which I thought was a little unusual. The next card out was starseed. So yes, you are a starseed, and I think that you are from the feline galaxy, and I think that's why they came out together. Um, Feline energy is just, if you observe the way that a cat moves, it normally takes its time. It doesn't care who's in the way. It just goes forward, right? It's up to you to get out of its way. Felines are very, they know what they want. They know what they like. They know what they don't like. So, yeah. Not only that, they're very sensual. They're very, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Very peaceful, I guess, in their movement, right? Um, so I think that, yeah, the whole message is that, yeah, the your galaxy is reaching out to you. They just need you to make a decision, and then things can fall into place. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and she says, feline energy and starseed energy is very apropos. Exactly. Oh, perfect. Thank you, Ivana.
Yay.
Thank you. And yes, yeah, Heather, that sounds like your two cats. Yeah, it sounds. That was one of my cats, and I know she's one of my familiars on the other side. Um, yeah, when she walked in a room, or especially when she was running, she reminded me of someone, a middle-aged woman running in high heels that were not comfortable, because she would just kind of like prance right on her tippy toes. And yeah, anyway. Oh, Ivana says, funny, I just had one of my cats show up yesterday who's transitioned in April. He knocked my lettuce leaf.
Oh,
Yeah, I sensed it was, and my husband saw his paw. You can't make this up. No,
no.
you can't. Absolutely. Oh, perfect. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, Lady Silver. 27 and 17.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Yeah.
16, 17, and then 27. And 27. Okay. Wow. Okay. So, Lady Silver, the first card I draw for you, or you draw for yourself, is tourmaline. And you can see right there that its message is all is possible. And they would say that that sums up your life up until now, is you learning that all is possible. And the, you know, the opportunity that goes with that, yes, there's all been other things that you've learned, but in this moment, summing it up that way, they feel is the most productive thing that you could do. in moving forward in your life, because it's like it opens up a really big door for you. So that what is the energy of rhodonite, whose spirit name is New Balance. And rhodonite is all about one of the energies of rhodonite, the guardians of rhodonite, is that it's all about, it's what I call the eternal return, but it's the idea that everything that flows out flows back, right? Like the ebb and the flow, the in and the out, the breath in, the breath out. And there's balance that comes when you realize that balance in and of itself is sort of like, it's a part of our autonomic process, right? Like we intuitively, instinctively always will try to find balance, so that the struggles that you have with feeling that is balance is more like it's a struggle and not really the state of things, right? Like we can be so turned out into what's going on around us, and letting that determine our sense of inner balance. But when we look inside of ourselves, it's realizing that, oh, wait a minute, yeah, all this crap is happening out there, but in here, it's a different story. There's balance here. That's what they think you're doing. If you don't have a piece of rhodonite, again, it doesn't need to be a huge piece. Having that, like, either right at your throat chakra, or like in a pocket or something, or even just sitting right on your desk, the energy of that is going to be really good for you, helping like really strengthen that inner sense of balance for yourself. So that that what will be is rose quartz. Now, I have a funny story about rose quartz, because when I showed up at rose quartz, first of all, it was very clear it was feminine energy that I was dealing with. And she told me, you have my name wrong. I'm not rose quartz. I am heart crystal. Rose quartz is my old name. And I'm not happy with that name anymore. In fact, she's the one that started giving me the spirit name. She was the one with the first spirit name. And
wow.
And the point that she's making by saying all of that is that we're not always the same. Right? Even if we call ourselves Cheryl, who Cheryl is, a week ago or a year ago is different than Cheryl right now. It would be the same for you, Lady Silver. Who you are is, yes, there's parts of you that are from the past, but who you are really is something in essence that's always shifting, always becoming more of who you are. And rose quartz is all about that energy for you. Especially what would be good, they're saying, is if you had a piece of rose quartz that was shaped in a heart, because that will remind you of the heart crystal nature of you, where you're always becoming more and more the essential you. So that's what they say today.
Wow, that's beautiful. That I love that. I love that. Hi, Wendy. Okay, so Lady Silver, you are a star seed as well. You're kind of looking up and longing for home, and they are trying to find a way to communicate with you as well. One of the ways that they do that is in helping you to manifest and showing you how you can manifest what you want. It's that kind of knowing, internal knowing that you're, I want to say entitled, but that doesn't, that's kind of a bad connotation with the word. It's not that you're entitled to. It's almost like it's your birthright. It's something that you absolutely, it belongs to you. You just have to reclaim it. Okay. Once you do that, you will be stepping forward in your power, and you're going to be able to to resonate a lot more with some of the things that are going on, some of the things that you're seeing. And there's also a sense of innocence in that, if people sometimes comment that you're naive, don't take it as being a bad thing. Naive is good. Naive is very innocent, very childlike, and that brings up questions of wonder and whatnot. So children can manifest like nobody's business because they don't know they're not supposed to. So I think you've manifest and get ready for the messages. Okay. And Ross's Den.
All right.
Yeah. Let's put these aside.
All right. So, Rossi's Den. So the first card that I have for you is Ruby, genuine beauty, and this isn't. They're not bringing this card forward for you about what was. It's about the nature of the essence of you, and the spirit name of Ruby is genuine beauty, but it's also that Ruby is very much about working with the unknown, right? And beauty is a very much about resonance. And when you're able to feel the resonance and the things that you're not sure about, that's how you know it's the truth of it for you. So the inner core of you has this ability to understand what is true for you, but you have a tendency to question it. You have a tendency to underestimate it as not being as important as it truly is. So that within you is Jasper, Ancient Unity, and this is a card that's very much about bringing forward the deep understanding and wisdom within you, and valuing it, knowing that you are this beauty, and you have within you like the ancestral energy that you need to be connected, not just to the here and now, but to be connected to all, like to all that is, right? Like all time, all place, infinite and eternal, right? Like that's how you are. You're centered in the universe as you are within the beauty of who you are. So that what you have from what you get basically from the energy of Ruby and Jasper is this solid foundation of granite. And it, part of its message is choosing the unknown of life claims the best you can be and become, right? And so it's learning to have that ability to know that you have within you what you need, and to and in the valuing of it, it's what helps you be able to know that you have everything that you need to move forward. Yeah, I think that came out right. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny, but okay. So this time I pulled from the Prism Oracle, and very hard to see, but this card says isolation. The next card says ghost, and the third card says consciousness. Like I said, they're very, very light colored cards. And I thought, okay, I wonder if maybe I should pick some more. And then I turned at the bottom of the deck and it said stop. So I thought, okay, well, A, that's a message to me. Stop what you've got. It's also a message to you so that you don't look at yourself as being isolated, as being alone.
Yeah.
Because you never are alone. You are so intricately linked to the consciousness, the consciousness of everything. Just know that, yes, like Cheryl said, it is part of you, and you are part of it. You cannot get away from that. So, yeah, the cards make absolute sense all of a sudden. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. You are part of the consciousness, and you're just listen to your guides. Yeah. All righty. And Viviani. And you know what? We are at 1 hour. So we have Viviani's question and then our reading, and then we have Lottie B, and then that's it for questions. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Vivian, so the first card is Opal, Heartfire. Again, this isn't actually a card for what was. This is a card of what's bubbling up within you, is the recognition of the fire of your soul, the heat of your being, that fluid motion that moves you forward, right? That it's there. They want you to know it's there. And they think over the next week or two, some things are going to shift for you, and you will see it and recognize it, because the next energy that's coming forward for you today is copper, conductive spirit. And the presence of copper is almost always in our lives is about motion. It's about, it's almost like creating a track for your life to move on. Right. And so if you have that fire, you also with copper have a way to move forward. You have the track, the trail that you need to follow. It's there. It's waiting for you. It's ready for you. So that with the energy of rhodonite, again, this is about balance. It's about realizing that amazing part of yourself is there for you always, and following it moves you down the path, right? Like it's part of what connects and makes copper be able to be active within you. It's what opal is for in recognizing that fire within you, right? So the three of these come together like to create sort of like a triad energy that are about helping you let go of what's holding you back, and feel confident that you know the truth of who you are, and that you have that power within you to step forward and do in your life what you know you would like to do. Because you're not wrong, you're just holding yourself back. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I got the first card out is sweetness. So yeah, you are not only a sweet person, but you give off a very warm, gentle energy about you so that people want to be around you. Okay. The message that I got was, and this card is disruption. Do not let anyone disrupt that part of you that you know is you. Don't give in to the energy of, oh, she's just a little too happy, or, she's very up in the sky and, living in the clouds and whatnot. That's fine. That's a beautiful place to be. Okay. And the last card that I got was reflection.
Oh,
So,
love that one.
yeah, look look at your own reflection and let it mirror back all the wonderful things that are you. See all the beauty that is there, all the wisdom that is there. Um, don't judge yourself. There, my sense is this is your guide's way almost of saying, look, you're perfect just the way they are. The way you are. You're doing exactly what you should be doing. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just relax a little bit. You got this. So, yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. And I hope that resonates with you, Viviani. And Lottie B, thank you, Lottie B, for being so patient with my little muck up and all that. And I kind of felt that you're welcome, Viviani. Yeah, I felt that I had kind of, deleted somebody's question, but I wasn't sure. So, okay, Lottie B.
Okay. Wow. About power cards. All right, Lottie B, I think you're waiting to be the anchor on this one for us. Your first card is Diamond. Diamond's spirit name is the pinnacle of resilience, or resiliency, right? Like that ability to weather the storm. You've worked really, really hard on this in your life to come to a place where you can trust yourself that even if your ship gets overturned, you're not going to sink. You're going to be able to pull yourself out. You have the resiliency to withstand the battering of life, and you have within you that, like that what I think of as diamond light, right? Like it's there, and it will continue to be there because it can't be extinguished. So that where you're at is petrified wood. And I know this one particular doesn't seem like a good gemstone, but petrified wood is all about the alchemy of pressure, right? Because it's wood turned to stone. But alchemy is that ability to take something that we don't think has a lot of value and shift it in such a way that becomes priceless. And the the energy of your resiliency is what helps you shift, like those like bitter moments, let's say, into something that you can see the inner strength that's come from for you because of them, and how that is then how that becomes part of what helps you move forward in your life, is because you're not judging yourself for that. You're actually taking the parts that work, the parts that bring value to your life, and making that a part of like how you choose, how you decide to live. So that what happens is tourmaline, soul spark. And what happens then is that you live within the spark of your soul. Like your life is that energy of the transcendent within you, of the divine within you, and you recognize it and are able to feel that strength and that beauty and that light within you, and that's what moves you forward in your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think that you realize, Lottie, how much you have accomplished and in how many ways you have outgrown what you thought you were. Okay. You started off with this is Orpheus and Eurydice. So you started off with, limitations and acceptance. So it's kind of, you can see the situation for what it is. You know what you can and cannot do, and then you take steps to go forward, because ultimately what you're looking for is peace, right? You just want things to be peaceful, joyous, harmonious, whatnot. You've gotten to the point where you want to rest. Okay, you've done a lot of work, you've come a long way. You just want to be able to kind of sit back, and it's almost like a gardener sitting back and looking at their garden and going, wow, look at all the things that started with seedlings. Now I have something else. Okay, you have determination. So it's like you know exactly where you're going. And with that, that's when that acceptance comes in, where you can say, okay, these are my choices. This is what I need to do. And you are not limited by this card says space. You are not limited by time or space. Um, you're you're everywhere at the same time. So okay, what I got from that is sometimes you do get little snippets of um, remembering. You remember something, and then you go back and you look at it. No, that didn't happen. No, no. And when you examine it, you realize that the little snippet that you saw was um, maybe you in different period clothing or something, and you're questioning yourself, and that's where that space card comes in, because what that little snippet was not your imagination. It was just a momentary glimpse into the past or the future. So you've got a lot of very, very calm, determined, um, not cautious energy, but you're the kind of person that if I was on a ship and it was going down and I had to get in a lifeboat, you're the kind of person I want to get in the lifeboat
I
with,
love that.
because you're going to have it all handled, and you're going to be able to tell everyone, okay, you do this, and it'll be taken care of. So yeah, that's what I got. So hope that resonated with you. And for the rest of you, my gosh, we are at 1 minute. We've been on for 1 minute.
We move fast.
What did I just say about time and space?
Yep.
This is Spirit's way of kind of having a little giggle, going, yeah, thank you. Yeah. So 1 hour, 12 minutes. That is wonderful. Cheryl, thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you so much for having me back. I so enjoy this, and
Good.
So great to connect with you and everybody that was on the call today. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, you're more than welcome. We'll definitely have to schedule it again, because I think people really enjoy the readings. Good. And I think that they get a lot out of the messages that are in your cards.
Oh, good.
And yeah, I'd contemplated initially using your cards, and then I thought, no, you know what? Don't try to be the master, okay? When the master's here, you say, oh, no.
Oh, I don't know, but I think you're the master of what you do too. So no. This is fun. This is great to work together. I really enjoy it.
Excellent. Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. So for those of you, don't forget to go down in the description of the video, and you'll find Cheryl's link in there, so you can go on there. Just to give you a heads up, at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, I will be a guest on Colleen's The Cool Crone show, and the show is called Polyterology. So it's political tarot readings and whatnot. So really looking forward to that. Cheryl will definitely be back. Okay, we'll see if we can't schedule something right now so that we can look forward to it in the future. Don't forget for the videos to like, share, and subscribe, and take a look at the website, at the YouTube channel. Go to the join button for the membership. Take a look what's on offer, and I'm sure that you'll find something there that is going to resonate. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for spending part of your Friday afternoon with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll do this again. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.